The recent restart of the Warri refinery marks a significant milestone in Nigeria's quest to revamp the oil and gas sector. This development is a testament to the government's effort to revitalize the sector, increase local production, and reduce reliance on imported petroleum products. The Warri refinery's restart is expected to boost the country's refining capacity, create jobs, and stimulate economic activities in the Niger Delta region. Weeks after NNPCL restarted 60,000 barrels per day at the Port Harcourt refinery in November, efforts are still underway to complete the rehabilitation process with a planned capacity of 210,000 barrels per day. Additionally, efforts are underway to revive other refineries, including the Kaduna refinery. Once operational, these refineries will not only reduce Nigeria's dependence on imported fuel, but also create opportunities for local businesses and communities. As Nigeria continues to develop its oil and gas sector, the restart of the Warri refinery and the planned rehabilitation of other refineries serve as a catalyst for further growth and investment. Well, this will form the crux of our discussion on Nigeria today as we take a look at developments in the oil and gas sector. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ikaria Clinton, and welcome to Nigeria Today. Now joining us here in the studio for the conversation is Shuaibu Muhammad. He's a spokesperson to the National President, Ipman. You're welcome to Nigeria Today.
Good evening. Good evening, Nigeria. Good evening, viewers. Merry Christmas in arrears and Happy New Year in advance.
Thank you very much. And also with us in the studio is Lydia Sampson, the NTA's energy correspondent. You're welcome to Nigeria Today.
Thank you for having me, Karen.
Okay, I'll start with you, Lydia. You've been on the field. You've seen these, the refinery. You've seen everything. Tell us, what did you see on ground?
Well, I can see that there's a shift, a deliberate shift on the part of government to make sure these refineries work. And one of the main takeaways for me is the fact that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said they don't want to see efforts. They don't want to hear timelines, because most of the time, NNPC in the past are giving timelines that were not feasible, and it failed. So right now, the directive is that Nigerians don't want to hear your efforts. They want to see results. And even as energy correspondents who cover them, they are usually just surprising us. We just get an invite and say you're going to go and see the status of a refinery to evaluate it, only to get there and find out that a portion is already streaming. Like when we were leaving for Warri yesterday, we were told that it was just to evaluate the refinery, and perhaps we are also going to go to Kaduna. So we're wondering how we will navigate it. But getting to Warri, we just saw the flare start up. And that's, once you see that flare start up, it means the refinery is working. So it was really a pleasant surprise for all of us, but they are not there yet. It's not the entire refinery that is working, it's just a portion. They call that portion Area 1, and it's working right now at 60% capacity and producing 75,000 barrels per day. And efforts are still ongoing to make sure it is fully optimal. But at the moment, just that little portion that is working, they took us around, the managing director of Warri Refinery took us around. We saw the functionality, and there was a lot of explanation, and you can see that indeed it's an ongoing process. They are not there yet, we're not there yet, but it's the fact that there's a good start. I think it's a good omen for the industry.
Yeah, thank you very much. We are being joined now via Zoom from Port Harcourt by Dr. Billy Harry. He is an energy expert. Thanks for joining us on Nigeria Today.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Nigeria.
Okay, really, I'll just, you heard what Lydia said earlier on about what she saw on ground in Warri refineries. How does it feel, to hear this for you as an energy expert?
Well, I'm an energy expert, but let me also add that I'm the national president of the Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria, Petron. And as you know, Petron has been in the forefront of giving courage to Nigerians that the Warri refinery will come on stream, the Port Harcourt refinery will come on stream. This is a pure vindication that Petron works with empirical values and evidence that these two refineries have now come on stream. We are very excited. We salute the president. We salute the group CEO of NNPC. We group the Minister of Petroleum, Senator Lupubri and his colleague. And we indeed congratulate the two managing directors of both Port Harcourt and Warri Refinery for working hard to make sure that Nigerians will see this.
Thank you very much. Now to you, Shaibu, you are the part of the independent marketers, right? So tell us, what impact will this have? Talking about pricing now, what impact would this revamping of the Warri Refinery and of course that of Port Harcourt have on local price?
Thank you very much. To us in the oil industry, I mean, we are all happy with Mr. President. This is long overdue. As a marketers, this is what we've been crying out for long. And today, everybody, including Nigerians, will be happy to hear that Warri Refinery, after Port Harcourt Refinery, is back on stream. So our expectation again, we want that of Kaduna to come on stream, and the other one in Port Harcourt again to still come on stream, because we have 4 refineries. So as a nation, it is not good to us that these 4 refineries will go down and we are not working. Well, ideally, we are happy because we have to thank Dangote Refinery, because it is a challenge. Dangote has challenged the federal government. Now the government see the importance that yes, its own refineries have to be revamped. And now we are seeing the result of what Mr. President is doing. So to us, we are happy. And when these refineries come back on stream, if Port Harcourt is lifting, Warri is lifting, of course, you see that the price itself will force down. As it is, when Dangote is working, the marketers are going there, the Port Harcourt is working, you can see there is already a competition. The price is forcing itself downward now instead of upward. So we are happy, and we are expecting the NNPC and the federal government to do more, because Nigerians today, we are praising them, particularly these refineries are working. And let me say something here. You see, these refineries, the way it was built during the military, particularly the then government of Ibrahim Babangida, I mean, it is a very, very sensitive idea. But as it is today, a lack of maintenance culture, so this is where we find ourselves, have been vandalized. Okay. So it's like a phase 4 depot, refineries that connected 21 depots in Nigeria. So maybe if I have time, I want to elaborate and tell you how these pipe networkings were laid in Nigeria across the nations. But today, you see, this refinery.
We'll talk about that part. Definitely, I'll come back to you, so you tell us more about that. But let's listen to Lydia. Again, you were in Port Harcourt. Yeah. Now, quite a lot of, there is some speculations here and there that it was just a charade, that of Port Harcourt. I wanted to clarify that issue about people not, they are not seeing trucks lifting and all of that. I want people to know, because you were there.
We saw trucks. We saw them lifting. We spoke with some members of his organization, IPMAN. We spoke with other key players in the oil and gas industry. But the issue is there's a lot of trust deficit. Like I said, timelines have been given. I have them on record. They say we'll deliver and they don't deliver. And I don't want to trivialize the issue of giving birth, but when a woman is pregnant, you actually don't know whether she will deliver at that exact 9 months. God forbid, there could be miscarriages, there could be prolonged but I have people in Hausa that are called Shekaro. So just that is just the way it is in the complexity and technicalities of rehabilitation. Anything could go wrong. And the fact that these are very old refineries and they're bringing in new technologies to make them completely new, you can't get it at a go. But that is why this administration said, don't talk about what you're doing. Just be quiet, be working. You know that they don't ever call the media or go public until it is ascertained by engineers, both from every angle, from the villa, the security, every angle. So it is working. But there's a lot of issue of trust deficit. If you come to me and say, Lydia, wait for me, I'm coming. Today you did it, I didn't see you. Tomorrow, the third day maybe you're even coming with good news, I won't wait for you. There's already a trust deficit. But I believe that is a matter of time. Over time, with the functionality of the refineries and the positives we're seeing, like the national spokesperson of IDMAN said, prices are already being driven down. And that is the beauty of deregulation. You know, as long as you don't cross a certain bar, you want to, well, let's come in. You know, I saw people calling people, begging them to come to petrol stations. That is not what happens in the past. At a time like this, during festivities, we'll be begging and looking and even buying for unrefined sources at a very exorbitant rate. But with deregulation of the downstream, the prices is coming down. And over time, even the people that are cynical and skeptical will begin to say, for a truth, it is working. I saw it as a journalist, and trust me, you're a journalist. Journalists don't lie.
Of course, we say what we say, and you know, it's good you're saying, telling the people what you saw, you know, to let them understand that this is real. Now, to you, Dr. Billy, now how do you envision these refineries contributing to Nigeria's energy security and self-sufficiency?
Well, this refineries coming on stream is a very great feat for Nigeria, and like we said, it has made the industry very happy. My members, who are the retail outlet owners across the country, are very happy that these refineries are now steamed and they are all roaring and bringing out petroleum products that are refined in country. The main value this will give to us is the size of availability, the size of petroleum product that will be available to Nigerians. And when we have this size of petroleum products coming in from Dangote, from all the NNPC refineries, and also the other refineries that are operating, we will certainly have guaranteed. And I think that is where we are. After that, then, you've already said it, prices will certainly start to spiral down. Not that it will be spiraling down so massively, but it will spiral down, and then it will go up. It will be moving up and down until sometimes it will come to a stable value. So the fact that there will be availability of petroleum product is sufficient guarantee for us for energy security.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, back to you, Shuaibu. Now, I know you've mentioned some of the expectations, but I wanted to tell us more. What are more expectations we have on these refineries? Because just like Lydia rightly, Dr. Billy rightly mentioned that the refineries coming on board, of course, will go a long way in alleviating some of the sufferings we experience. Even during the festive period before now, we see that we start having I don't know if they're calling it really, but scarcity of fuel. You see queues, but this time we didn't really have that. So what are some of the expectations you have as an independent marketer from these refineries?
Yes, the expectation is high. Like I said, my national president today, in person of Alhaji Shetima Gandhi Abubakar, has been working around the clock to see that all his members remain in the business and ensure we serve the public and the populace. So the expectation is that we want these refineries all to come back the way it was before. So if the refineries are working, it's a relief to marketers and to Nigerians. You have Port Harcourt axis, you have Warri axis, you have Kaduna axis. The one in Port Harcourt serve the Port Harcourt area. the ones in Warri, some Warri area. So there is no need for marketers from Maiduguri, Kano to travel down to Lagos or to Warri or Port Harcourt to leave their product. So if Kaduna is working, they will be answerable to Kaduna. That's even to this Abuja here. Then the Warri zone will be answerable to that place. So it's a relief to us. And we are very, very happy that the expectation is high. The way we had Port Harcourt is on. We want the second one again to come on stream. And Warri again, we are hearing it. So maybe before middle of next month, we'll be expecting that Kaduna 2 is fully on stream. So if these things are working, then the next step is to ensure that these pipe lines that the product or the crude oil pass through should be maintained and put in place. But the way it was designed and built, everything has been left, unsecretized, and everything has been vandalized. So as it is today, it's not going to be easy for the government to build those pipes again. But we are expecting that they should put them so that everybody will be happy. And by the time Kaduna, if you lift it from Kaduna now, you drop it in Kaduna town or Kano, Katsina, you see that the price itself will be reduced, instead of people going to the PD station to buy higher. So now the queue has disappeared because the monopoly chain has been dismantled.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, we are happy.
It is.
So like what I'm trying to tell you before, you see, Warri Refinery, the way it was built by Babangida regime, is connected to Auchi. Auchi boasts. Auchi can equally collect from Port Harcourt. Then I'm pumped through Lokoja, Izom, Serichi Power, Abaji to Serichi Power Izom. Then Suleja collects. And in times, even though there's a problem in Kaduna Refinery, the way it was designed, Suleja can give to Kaduna. And if Kaduna, if there's a settled in Abuja here now, Suleja is not having, Mina is not having, Kaduna can revise. But as it is now, this pipe has been vandalized. The same thing Port Harcourt can give to Enugu. Enugu will give to Makurdi. So from Kaduna again, you can collect just to Gombe, Yola to Maiduguri. But the way it is today, is not, so everything is a trucking system.
Okay, I think the job is still ongoing, and a lot is being done, and Lydia is here to also tell us. Lydia, talk to us. Are there measures in place to ensure that the refinery operates efficiently and and sustainably over time?
What I found out as a journalist is that once they are done, like he said, it's still work in progress. It's just some portion of the refineries that are working now, while the other ones are still undergoing. But at the end of it all, the plan is to hand over to operation and maintenance contractors. And these contractors, their job is to ensure that these refineries are maintained and they are functioning at optimal capacity. And because it is a contract, they cannot violate that contract. And because it's taken away from the NNPC, there will be no issue of bureaucracy. As a contractor, you don't have any excuse. Maintenance must be done as at when due. And so this is all measures put in place by government to ensure that the refineries no longer go back to dormancy. And with the new technology in place, I believe we're just on the right path, God willing, and with efficiency.
Okay. Now, back to you, Dr. Billy. Now, what lessons can Nigeria learn from other, oil-producing nations regarding refinery management?
What comes to my mind very quickly is the refinery in Trinidad and Tobago. That is a refinery that's far older than Nigeria's refineries. And of course, a few other refineries around the same Caribbean area. We need to learn the very, very strong lesson of maintenance and effective management. And that is why Petron supports very strongly the government's intention to privatize the refineries and ensure that these refineries are in the hands of very competent private sector partners, which of course we have recommended, that stakeholders, such as MEGMAN, DAPMAN, Petron, and others, should be part of the process of discussing this. We are aware that the government has already given out information on bidding for some of all these refineries on the maintenance and management strategy. We think that the lessons we should learn from other countries will be mostly that of maintenance and effective management.
Thank you very much. That was Dr. Billy Harry, an energy expert who joined the Advice Zone from Port Harcourt. Thank you so much for your time and your contribution.
Thank you.
And also here in the studio, we had Shuaibu Muhammad, who is a spokesperson to the National President, IPMAN. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. And of course, our own Lydia Sampson, the energy correspondent. Thank you so much for your contribution.
I was thinking.
And that's it on Nigeria Today. And would thank you for being there. I'm Victoria Clinton. Goodbye.
We must all join hands to work hard so that we build a country for our grandchildren.
My hope is that we develop as a nation where every citizen is given his due right. There is transparency, honesty, and integrity.
Put the interests of this country first and foremost. Interest of Nigeria is being one nation, one people.
We need IFAMEN to put things right, things that have gone wrong before, to try and put right. For this, for the love of country.
Advertising your goods and services on the right channel gives you an edge over your competitors. NTA News 24 has all the platforms for your target audience. With our digital format and wide range, we can reach your customers in next to no time. We are eager to promote your business, goods and services. So, partner with us for a very rewarding business experience. For more information, please call or visit our office at NTA Headquarters, Area 11, Garki, Abuja. NTA